must be on
I gotcha. Good evening, ladies. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This Friday is the takeaway. You know how we do on the Friday. We've got Shah down below. We got Matty down below. And we got Talk, my right-hand man. Today we talk about Ten Hag wanting our team to get nasty and smart. And Ronaldo, is he really back onto Chelsea? We'll find out. Evening. How we doing, Talk?
Yeah, oh, good, you caught me out there with that intro, bro. I didn't realise you'd pressed it. But yeah, man, it's all good. I'll have you for that. Don't worry, it's in the bank, bro.
Sure, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much, mate. Very good. Very good. Friday. And it's Premier League is back on a weekend. None of this international football. So I'm very, very happy.
Matt, how you doing, man?
All good here, thanks. It's a Friday. We've got football the weekend. Let's do this.
Talk. Before we go any further, I think we have something to read out.
Yep. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, folks. So we are now sponsored by Global Mapping Surveys. Global Mapping Surveys currently assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. The link is in the description, and for the website and the contact details. If anybody needs any of them kind of services, go and check it out. Excellent.
There you go. Now, secondly, Big G.
Yes.
Welcome.
Oh,
Eddie Football.
Big G?
Yeah, Big G.
Who's Big G? Oh, Big G in the house. Yo, oi, peeps. Oh, all right. I get you.
Sorry. All right. Sorry, I should have said that. Big G in the house. Wrong one. Friday. Big G in the house. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Eddie Football Waffle, we see ya. Richard Herbert, we see ya. Still top of the league, still grinning, I see. Global Mapping Service. We did your business, mate. Guys.
Yes.
I was gonna talk about Ten Hag, but I wonder why I'm getting spot the ball up nice and early this week to give you lot time.
I was waiting for that, Mr. B, because you know what? I know you, because Mr. B likes to have a good old perusal spot the ball. It's like, and then, but I don't think we're going to get any early numbers from Mr. B until a certain person arrives in the chat, Gavin, mentioning no names.
What I will say to that slanderous comment.
Come on.
I actually chose the right one last week before Gavin put his number in. No, I lost last week, so come on.
I'll go with that. Okay, all right then. Look, you know how it works, folks. Spot the ball. All you got to do is tell us which square you think the majority, and that's the key word, majority of the ball is in this image. So Mr. B looks straight up to the heavens straight away, looking for some guidance here, because this let me tell you, this is tough. This is a difficult one. So have a look at that and tell me which square you think the majority of the ball is in. That's all you got to do. Big G, I'm already here, says. Spot the ball. I'm going to get this one. I got one a few shows ago, says Eddie. Go on then, Eddie. Have a little gander at that, my son.
You are allowed to change your mind, guys, until the end of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, you got one. Well, you got two guesses, man. You got two guesses. After that, your second guess is locked in. It's like Moneyball. Okay. Oh, I can see numbers flying all over the shop here now. So we got Richard Herbert's going already early on for number 4. We've got CeeLo HD Gamers going for number 8. Solo says 4. I said it. Emma K is going for 5. Amondi's going for 7. Everyone, it's 4. Solo, man. You know what I mean? Play the game, son. Play the game. You know what I mean?
He's so confident. So confident. He's
I
gone.
know. Eddie's football waffle's gone for number 5. Okay. All right. Right. Well, look, you've had a little perusal at that. I shall remove it for the moment and let Mr. B carry on with where we were supposed to be at.
Right. Ten Hag, guys. A little I like it. I like what he said. He wants the team to get nasty and smart. Now, I'm going to assume nasty doesn't mean twerking on the pitch. I'm going to assume that he wants the team to learn how to foul in key. This is how I interpreted it. That he wants the oh, look, there you go. Talk. Bang it up, mate, please.
Well, yeah. We had these comments from Ten Hag. Basically says the Red Devils head to Goodison's Park to take on in-form Everton on Sunday evening, looking to make amends for last week's derby defeat at Manchester City. I know nasty, Ten Hag said. I know what nasty is. I think also in that matter, we can progress. Sometimes also play a little bit more smart, which, yeah, we will get to that. We have too many bookings and some in the start. I heard, yeah, in the Premier League, they will play tough, but I'm really wondering why we collect so many bookings, and I don't understand. Look, the first booking on Sunday, I really don't understand that when we want to play tough, we want to keep the game going. Then in the second minute, already it's a booking for Dallo. I think it's a duel. Clearly it was a foul, but then got booked. Also, I saw many other bookings where I think, okay, is that necessary? But also I take it to the players. I have to keep the mirror on them. They have to play smart, but also they have to play nasty as well. Now that's again, I'm repeating this back from Erik Ten Hag's, how should we say? I'm not going to say broken English because it's not the worst English I've heard, but it's, I mean, you know, it's not the clearest of English. So I'm reading this back from how he said it and how they've interpreted it. So it's an interesting, how should we say, comment from Erik Ten Hag, Mr. B. Very interesting.
Matt, what's your thoughts?
I get what you're saying. That if you look at all the best teams in world football, they've got players who are known for a particular thing, and that's called shithousery. Cynical fouls, just stopping the opposition, being a tad bit dirty, leaving a mark on the opposition. I think Eric wants to do the same with this team. Let's face it, we have been a tad bit soft and weak the past few years. We've not really had the players who do that sort of thing, and all the great teams have got that. You've got Rodri, he's very good at it. City, Fabinho and Thiago at Liverpool are good at it. Roy Keane was good at it. Rudiger, he was an expert at it. Now, to be a great team, you've got to play the beautiful game, but you've also got to play the ugly side of the game. And the ugly side of the game is just knowing what to do to stop the opposition, being cynical, leaving a mark. Let them know you're there. Show some character. Leave one on someone. Leave one on the opposition. That's so,
loads of red cards coming out of your.
I'm thinking
all great teams have got players who know how to play the dirty side of the game, and you call it the beautiful game, but there is an element of ugliness to it, and that's the shithousery. It's being cynical, and it's not even so much as just constantly fouling them. It's just getting inside their head, just knocking them off their game. Yeah. Just being that smart, just imposing yourself on them a tad bit, and just letting them know you're there, and they're in for a game. They're in for a tough game.
Sure. Without getting 5 red cards a game playing under Matty, what's your take on these comments?
I think I think there's bits, all elements of what Matt said already. Do you know what I mean? Where I think like Ramos is a very good example of a player that's nasty but still a good player, right? No one can say that Ramos was not, if not one of the best defenders of our time. Full stop. Yeah. And I think the point that he's also trying to make is the players in themselves need to have that belief, conviction. You know, a man doesn't go to war thinking he's going to lose the war. You know, that's like in my head, that's what I'm thinking that he's probably trying to get across. So more psychologically, and also physically on the pitch. So both elements, exactly what Matt's talks about, really mentally of them being that little bit better on the game, how they're playing. You know, if we look at the first half of the game and we compare it to the second half, you've got Rashford who's showing his nasty side, winning the ball, holding players off. You know, I think that's what I think Ten Hag means.
Full stop.
Full stop.
The bus has stopped, bro.
You said full stop. I thought you were finished.
That's it. I'm done. That's it. I'm off. Thanks, guys.
Guys in the chat, I've got a couple of comments I'm going to get you to read out. I've just started them backstage there for you.
Yeah, man.
Is there? I mean, is Bruno? So I look at Bruno and think he's probably the one who gives out the most. What's the word? Shithousery in our team. Is that? But then I see the reaction that we get from our fans with Bruno. Is that the kind of shithousery we're looking for? Is it something else? Is it the actual fouling? It's
more about Mr. B for me. Like, for example, I said weeks ago about Jadon Sancho. I know everybody's on Jadon Sancho, but it's just an example about asking questions. You know, so by asking questions, you either gain value from the play, i.e., you get an opportunity to make a cross or a good pass, pull it back, whatever, or you're going to win a free kick. So, but in doing so, you've got to use your body correctly in them moments of 50-50s. So when you're in a area of the pitch, the ball's coming to you. If you know you're getting closed down, you've got to think quick. Right? Is there any value in me releasing this ball? Can I release this ball in a forward play to cause a problem? If I can't, I don't want to go backwards because that just makes everything start to fall back. So I've got to try and win something. So use your body. Get. You know, you say when your players protect the ball, get your foot across the ball, stand over it, guard it, and wait for that. You know, the opponents will come in, give you that knee in the back of your leg, wherever, and bam, you know, free kick. We don't get enough of those, in my opinion, and I think that's also a little bit of what Eric's is saying about maybe being a bit smarter. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be smarter with what you're doing. You can't just accept the team are just going to press you, come in and stick a leg in, sort of catch you a little bit, and you don't react, but they win the ball, and then you're chasing after the ball. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, that ain't good enough. Be a box cleverer than that, and I think we could control games a lot tighter as well.
Okay, could you? I've got a couple of messages for you to read out.
Yes, let's have it,
guys. Don't forget, Spot the Ball is actually coming back up in a couple of minutes. So
yes,
if you want to change your mind, you are allowed.
Eddie's Football Waffle says, I want some nasty dribbling guys. Come on, United Wiggers. All right. I thought he was going to ask like SHAH or Matt to start dribbling on screen and be like, no, we can't do that, Eddie, man. It's only 10 o'clock, bro. CeeLo saying refs against us. In which game was that then, CeeLo? Are you talking about with the City game or that abomination of a performance in the last Ammonia? Eddie's again saying, Ten Hag saying,
we won the talk. Sorry. We won the game.
I know we did, but we'll get onto that. Don't worry. If they've got time, we'll get onto that. Ten Hag saying, I don't understand the bookings versus Dallo. Translation, ref Oliver is a prick. Nice one, Eddie, man. I like that. I like it. Again, Eddie's on his keyboard tonight. Don't wear them keys out, bro. He says, Matt wants to see some WWE. I'm with it. Can be done cunningly. Yeah, that's it. Just start, grappling people by the shorts. One round the shoulder and just go, get out of there, my son, and get on the floor, and then fall over with him, and then go to the ref. Yeah, what's all that about? Ref, give him a card. Like Anthony in that Ammonia game, it was nice to see him because he got fouled 3 times, one after another, And then he eventually said to the ref, "Get your card out, son."
Yeah.
I don't know if he did. I can't remember.
I want to see Martinez throw kick someone through the air. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
I don't want you anywhere near that Man United team, Matty. I swear to God. Listen, you can't have. There's aggression. I'm listening to you, man. I'm just thinking red card.
Yeah.
You're gonna well done.
You know, I mean, we don't want to be getting too many reds, but yeah, we most definitely have to be a little bit more aggressive and smarter. But MK saying we have had an awful lot of bookings in the beginning of the season, but I don't think we've been that rough. No, yeah, well that's it. Yeah, a bit of rough. You know what I mean? Get a bit rough and you know, not too nasty where you're going to start injuring folks, but you know, MK, the refs are so bad this season. Even VAR too, they need to retrain even the officials. HD Gamer says Ramos the best arm breaker around. Anthony Herbert in the building. I would have Vidic over Ramos any day of the week, 100%. Interesting. Sorry, who was going to say something there?
I was just going to say that was a pivotal moment in Salah's Champions League campaign. That wasn't it really? A bit about Ramos.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what it was referring to, but now you mention it, I remember it now. Big G says it's definitely a talent to do it as a player, to play like that. I do understand what Erik Ten Hag is on about, though. But, do we have the players for it currently? I don't think so. Now, let's just loiter on that for a second. I mean, in terms of what Ten Hag is talking about here, then that is something that, I mean, you can learn it. You can learn it. You know, this is not... it's not rocket science to be able to look at the situation that you're in, you know, where your players are around you. And if you, like I said, it's always about if you're getting closed down by more than one player, usually for us. If it's just one player trying to close a player down, we can usually recycle the ball quite effectively without going too far backwards. If it goes sideways on an arc, or, you know, then that's a positive pass. Whereas going backwards isn't. So when you're getting pressed by two, you've got to try and work something there so that you can retain that position, you know, whether it's you on the ball or a player who's coming to receive the pass, who's then going to get pressed and, you know, etc. But let's carry on here, folks, with the spot the ball. I love my spot the balls. Now then, that might have come out wrong, so sorry, folks. Yeah, anyway, we've had that before on here, haven't we? Something to do with balls, but we won't go there. Anyway, don't make a balls up of this. That's what I will say. So get your numbers in, folks. Let us know which one you think it is. Majority of the ball, which one is it? You've got 1 to number 10. Give me your number, and we will find out at the end of the show what is actually going on and who is right. Let's just carry on a quick. Imagine Bay and Martin is playing to. Oh yeah, that gets me. I would love that. Let me tell you, because you know I'm Mr. B. I love Eric Bayer when he was there at United.
I know.
I thought he was great. You know, I know he's a bit wild from time to time, but he was that kind of player who would bring you that kind of, you know, get in there. He wasn't afraid to get stuck in. And yeah, I do miss Eric Bayer, and I wish him all the best, to be fair. I think he was great. Where are we at? Let's have a look. Do you want me to continue with the comments, Mr. B?
Yeah, there was one that Emma K had up about Casemiro.
Okay. Let's have a look. So Emma K saying Casemiro does research on the refs apparently to see what he can and can't do in the game, but you can't really do that in the Prem. The refs are so inconsistent in their decisions. That's a great point, actually. Imagine because yeah, you know, they're like it's like they've got bipolar in it from game to game. The refs, you know what I mean? It's like, hold on a minute, you make one decision in one game, which is quite clear and obvious that was the right decision, but then it comes to another game, you see the same thing happen, and you go, oh, well, no, I'm not gonna act on that. It's like, yeah. Inconsistency is, it's bad. It really is bad. One more. Big G says, Bruno is garbage at it. He just comes across as being a wet wipe. If they need training in it, get Roy Keane in the club. Yeah. Well, we definitely know Roy Keane knows how to do it, don't they?
Right.
Imagine in them days, like one thing though is football then was very different, right? But half the stuff then would be just straight reds now.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Literally, that would be just... Bing, bing.
You won't have enough red cards.
No. He'll need another pencil, wouldn't he? Like nowadays, bloody hell.
Oh, we've got some more. Oh yeah, so we've got Eddie saying Matty is violent, wants flying kicks. Big G says 4 or 1. Oh, okay. Bill Baggio's gone for number 2. Bill, you're disappointed.
We got Bill.
Welcome, though, Bill.
I'm thinking, I've got a number. I'll save my number. Gavin.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
save
Gavin, where are you, bro?
Gavin.
Bill's
Right, guys, we'll get that down. We'll get that out of the way.
saying 5 is too easy. Majority of the ball in 2, I reckon. Okay, he's having a conversation with Eddie. Bill, I'm disappointed, man. You're usually pretty good at this. I'm disappointed in your attempts this week, bro. Why do I feel it's in 7, Emma K? Well, Emma, trust your instinct, love. Go with it. Go with your heart. Go with your gut. And then fizz bang wallop. We got Stumpy in the building. Stumpy in the building. He's going for number 3. Welcome, Stumpy. Nice to see you again, man. Not see you for a while. And Bill is saying Talk is a sneaky git. No, honestly, no sneaking around going on with this one, Bill. Swear to you, man. Honestly.
Guys, I know we've had this discussion earlier on in pre-season. Obviously Ronaldo isn't playing. I do feel he had a pretty all right. He didn't score, but he looked interested, and the players in the team looked like they wanted him to score. Maybe overly in some stages, but it looked like there was a little bit of harmony coming back. Rashford, obviously, Ronaldo assisting Rashford for his goal. There was the tap of acknowledgement, maybe, but it didn't look false. It didn't look what's the word? Fake, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we're hearing that where's it gone? I wanted to cue everything up as I spoke, and I've botched it up. Damn. Here we go.
Sorry, Mr. B. Just before I forget, that is Gavin. He's changed his name to Big G.
Yeah.
And also, we've got Mark Edmond in the building all the way from down under. Welcome, Mark. Welcome.
Big G. I'm liking the Big G, the big name change.
Yeah,
I like it. So what number did he choose? So let me just
I don't know. I'm going back and having a look. Where's he gone? Big G says.
We've gone from going to Ronaldo to getting.
There you go, Mr. B. 401, bro. Right, and then let's get into Ronaldo now and have a look what the crack is with this now.
Right, I'll have to have a check. I'll have to have a check afterwards now. Thank you, Big G. Ronaldo. Read away talk.
So, yeah, reports suggest Manchester United are confident Cristiano Ronaldo will remain at the club in January because of lack of interest in him. If true, nothing has changed since the summer. Jorge Mendes made it clear during the previous transfer window that his most prominent client wanted to leave Manchester United. Don't know why I brought that up. The narrative at the time was Ronaldo wanted to play in the Champions League instead of the Europa League. There is a feeling of irony as I write that. Ronaldo, who has only scored 1 goal this season, fluffed several chances of goals against a bang ordinary Cypriot side on Thursday night. He looked 37 years old. Speculation in the summer linked Ronaldo with several Champions League sides, including Chelsea, Napoli, and Bayern Munich. But none of these sides, including Chelsea, none of these sides, clubs, made a formal offer to sign the veteran's goal scorer. However, a recent report from ESPN claims that there is an acceptance that Chelsea's stance may have changed after Graham Potter replaced Thomas Tuchel as manager. The report states that Chelsea eased their problems up front during the summer by signing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang because Tuchel was not convinced by Ronaldo. ESPN add that Ten Hag would be reluctant to let Ronaldo leave in January, even though Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford are ahead of him in the pecking order. Ten Hag will rightly argue that United have lots of games coming up and there will be minutes for players like Ronaldo. That was a long-winded one, folks, and my eyes have gone funny looking at the text on the. Honestly, they have. That's why I was struggling a little bit. But it's an interesting report, we'll say there, Mr. B, on that one for me, because I don't know. Is it really that simple for Chelsea? like they change manager to Graham Potter, and then Graham Potter goes, "Oh, I won't go and get Ronaldo, and we'll win whatever. We'll do this or we'll do that." I don't know about
that. I think Bowley wanted Ronaldo in the first place, and it was Tuchel that said no. Now maybe he's got that manager who will accept a gift from him in regards to Ronaldo. My thing is, when Man United are doing well, the press always find something to scupper it. I'm wondering if this is a press. I'm wondering if this is a press type thing. Maybe. Before I go any further, though, I would just like to say to Omundi that, bruv, your eyes are too sharp. Where's that who you can't spell? I'm just looking on here, and you spelt Ronaldo wrong.
He was
in Omundi. He's got on here. Who's Ronaldo? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
Monday, man. You need to go to Specsavers, bro. Yeah, man. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, sorry. So where did I go? Friday. It's gone.
Chelsea for Ronaldo. Thomas.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying there, for me, is this now a case of that? Is Graham Potter just going to be a yes man towards Todd Bowley? Is that what this is going to turn into? Todd Bowley was really wanting Ronaldo. Thomas Tuchel was having none of it and saying, nah, I'm not, I don't want him. He's no good for this. He's no good for that. And obviously, I think with it being early days, it still is early days for Bowley, but at that moment, in a very important window, he didn't maybe want to overrule him. But now that he's gone, maybe he's now reconsidering and going in for him and asking Graham Potter, what do you think? And the question I'm asking is Cristiano Ronaldo a Graham Potter? Well, we don't really know what a Graham Potter type player is yet, do we? Because he's not really sort of had any real, how should we say? He's not had a real good run yet with Chelsea, has he? So we don't know what his style is. You don't know what he's going to keep doing, etc. If he's going to keep changing it up, blah blah blah. So, and in terms of other teams, I don't know what, Matty, can you think of what other teams apart from Chelsea would be willing to come back in the January transfer window for Ronaldo? Do you think?
I think you'd get a few teams in for him if he's willing to take a pay cut. Don't forget, in January, he's got 6 months left on his contract. He's free to talk to European teams about a free transfer. Now, if a team can get him and not have to pay money for him, they might be willing to slightly increase a wage offer for him to take him on. So I think you might get a few more teams coming from him in January if they can get him on the basis that he's going to be a free agent in the summer. They're not going to pay a transfer fee and pay him the wages he wants. But if they can get him for free, slightly increase his wages, get a year, maybe 2 years out of him, then I think you will get a few teams. As for Chelsea, if Todd Bowley does go and get him, is that not reminiscent of Abramovich in his early days at Chelsea, whereas he'll go and buy players, give them to the coach, and that's what you got to work with. Mourinho didn't want Shevchenko, and he didn't know how to use him, and that led to the downfall and the breakup of Mourinho at Chelsea first time round. Would it be a case of that again? If the owner's going, right, you've got this player, you've got to go use him, but it doesn't fit into the system or the manager's plans. So it's an interesting one with Ronaldo. I mean, I said on here a few weeks ago, Ronaldo does need to move on for the sake of himself and for the sake of Man United. And I'm going to stick by that. I don't see him fitting in where Eric wants him to. And on the basis it's a rebuild, they're laying the foundations on it, and it's a new coach. We've got to look to the future. Ronaldo's good, but is he good for long term for what Eric wants? I don't believe he is. And I think that's why he's not really played much. I mean, we've seen Rashford start ahead of him. Marshall's back now. Marshall's playing ahead of him as well.
Well, they're ahead of him. They're clear of him, but in both goals and assists.
Yeah, and they're also starting ahead of him. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot about where he is in the pecking order.
Sure.
Well, look, from my opinion, right? Hold on. I'm here.
Yeah, you hear you.
Look, from my personal opinion, I think we've got a lot of games. We've got players that are coming back from injuries. We still don't have depth in those particular positions. I don't think. You've got one replacement if Sancho gets injured. You've got Elanga and Garnacho there as replacement, and same with Anthony, Rashford, Martial, and Ronaldo are pretty much your three there. So, and those other players that are on the fringe and not, that we've seen, they haven't given me the confidence that you can keep them there for 90 minutes on the pitch. So Ronaldo is still the only one that, all right, he hasn't put the ball in the back of the net yet, but that will come. It will 100% come for Ronaldo. We know that. But I think with him, he's provided a little bit more. Like I was saying on the other night on the reaction show, that Ronaldo takes other players away to allow gaps to fill in behind him. So people have to respect these sort of moments, and that he gave an assist to Rashford. Anthony or Sancho didn't give no one an assist in 45 minutes. Ronaldo was there for 90 minutes still playing. So at 37 years old and still being able to chase the ball down, in those last 20 minutes, you see him running, trying to take on a player. All right, it may be ammonia and they're a team, but they gave us a game. Regardless of what standard they are, they gave us a game in this particular instance. He was still showing his worth, in my opinion. We can't let him go to Chelsea. And I don't think he wants to go to Chelsea. I don't think Eric Ten Hag wants him to go to Chelsea.
Interesting comment here, SHAH, from Omundi. He says, Ronaldo can still offer quality. I feel that he just needs to feel loved and wanted. He's 37 and losing it, but can still help the team if he accepts he ain't the main man anymore. What do you make of that? That's for you and Matt.
Ronaldo's never going to accept he's not the main man. Ronaldo wants to be the man. He wants to compete at the highest level. He can help a team. I'm not disputing that, and he has got quality. But we saw in the summer he wanted out. What makes you think he's going to change his mind? And looking at how Eric's using him and used Martial and Rashford, what makes you think he's got a future here? And he's only got 6 months left on his contract in January. He is free to speak to the clubs then. And if he can get a good offer to go to a team that pretty much guaranteed Champions League football, or in a better place than where we are in terms of actually trying to compete to win stuff, then why would he hang around? I mean, we're about 3-4 years away from competing. Now, we're in the early stages of a rebuild. Would Ronnie want to stay and wait around that long? I mean, we're not going to compete for the league this season. We're not going to compete it next season either. It's going to be a steady process, and it's going to be a long-winded process. How much time does Ronaldo have left at the top? And does he want to spend it at Man United, waiting for that team to be built up and to be at a level where they're competing against City, against Liverpool, against Arsenal, and whoever else?
Sure.
Look, I think the whole situation stems from what's going to be the next move for Ronaldo. He's got a family here as well. His son plays in the academy. He's doing really well. So there are other factors that I think come into play for Ronaldo as well, not just his career. And I think he accepts that he's on the other side of it. He'll probably go till he's 40, obviously, because he'll give it 2 years here and then 2 years in Sporting Lisbon. And then that's it. I think that'll be where we'll finish up. I don't think he's going anywhere else.
Interesting question here from Mark. Let me just read this out, Mr. B, quickly. He says,
no.
question. City are paying Haaland 850k a week. They are on UEFA watch list again for cheating. I think FFP. Will Haaland cause City to finally get caught for cheating? Firstly, I will reply with that is, I hope so. I hope so. Also, Flex Felix, big up to you. Welcome to the stream, bro. He says, I think he will retire at the end of the season. It's a possibility, you know. And HD Gamer says, what if we get UCL football? What will Ronaldo do? Very interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting question in itself. But let's get back to it. Spot the ball, my friends. Come on. You know how it works. Get rid of that. Okay, folks, just give us your number. That's all you got to do. Which number do you think the ball is in? Which box? We've had plenty of numbers called out. I just need more numbers before we wrap up. We will be wrapping up shortly. I'll run through some of the numbers again. Let me just go right back up yonder and just quickly go through them. Where are we at? Mr. B's not made his mind up yet, so I'm going to go down and we've got a number 8 from CeeLo. We've got Solo with 4, MK with 5, Omundi with 7, Eddie's with 5, and where we at? More. Let's find it. Let's find them. Big G, which is Gavin, has gone for 4 or 1. Bill Baggio said number 2, which disappointed me greatly. I'm like, Bill, man, you're my main man, you know that. I'm trying to help you out here, bro. 5 is too easy. Majority of the ball is 2, says Bill. But you know my thoughts on that. Any more? You got any late offerings, Mr. B? Can you see any late offerings here? And have you give your number yet, Mr. B? By the way, here we go.
I'm going to go 4.
Okay.
4.
See, HD Gamer is going 2 now. What?
No, I'm not going 4.
What did Big G's put 4?
Big G's put 4, Mr. B. So
who's that? Is that like Nathan?
That's Gavin.
Who we playing?
That's Barcelona. It doesn't make no difference if we're playing. You're still not going to know where the ball is.
That's not Barcelona. Yeah, but it's interesting. You know, I want to add some, some history to the shit.
Tell us at the end.
I know who it is. Yeah, I'll tell you who we're playing. And if anybody can guess who we're playing, I will give you serious bonus points. Let me tell you. So Flex is going for number 7. Big G is going 4. Mark Edmonds going for number 1. Ooh, no one's mentioned number 1 yet. It's bloody 2 talk. I've done you this week, says Bill Baggio. Who are we playing, Bill? Bill, who are we playing, bro? Tell me the team who we're playing, and then I might believe you. But I'm trying to help you out, and you're going to be disappointed, bro. Trust me. Can you remove the grid talk? Says. All right. Just for you. You want me to remove the grid? Here we go. Give me 2 ticks. Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's thing that dangles between its legs.
Well, you got Ibra, you got Mata. Who else is there in the background?
I don't.
Who can name the player in the comments? Which player's in number 2?
Bill Baggio's gone for the American All-Stars. Okay, you want it without the grid? There you go. There it is without the grid. Okay, so have a look at that. Let's have it. I've helped you out big time here, Bill. Sorry, not Bill, everyone. So have another quick perusal because you're running out of time, folks. You've got about 30 seconds or so. Yeah. But yeah, that's countdown, isn't it? So Dallo is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got it. I've got my one. Mine is 2. I'm going to go 2. 2 or 4.
Okay. 2 or 4.
I'm going 4. I'm going 4.
Okay, number 4, Mr. B. You can't change your mind now.
I'm going 4.
Dallo is in 2 at right fullback. Mark Edmonds says. Who are we playing? No one's told me who we're playing.
I don't care.
Bill Baggio saying it's not Atletico. Big G is saying, God, I'm thinking 7 now. No, I'll stick with 4, he says.
Yeah, it's 4.
It's 4. HD says a lot of momentum in 4 and 5. It's Seville, says Bill. Bill, disappoint me, bro.
Is it that Celta Vigo?
City have a cheat code, says Stumpy. Or Gary Neville, says Mark Edmund. Right,
No.
okay then. Right, let me just get rid of that. Now then, I'm going to put the one back up with the thing. Right, so is that a last guess? No, it ain't. Okay, like folks, I'll tell you which ones it ain't. So it's not number 10. It ain't number 9 or number 8 or number 7. It ain't number 6. It ain't number 3. It ain't number 1. It ain't number 5. So that leaves 4 or 2. All right. And it's, Stumpy says, it's still number 3. I've already ruled that one out, Stumps. Sorry, bro. It's gone, that one. It's number 2 or 4. Now, those of you who've put number 4 need to get your hand and give yourself a nice slap on the head because it ain't number 4. It's actually number 2. Miss Melina in the building. Big up, Miss Mel. How are you doing? It's number 2, folks. I'll just remove it with the thing, and there it is. It is actually number 2. The ball. I'll tell you. All right, yeah. Tell me who we're playing. Yes, Bill. I was trying to have you, Bill, and you weren't falling for it, bro. I had him last week, and he fell for it, but he wasn't budging. But respect, Bill. You got it right, bro. Tell me who we're playing, and I will be seriously impressed.
I've learned to study the angles, and I knew it was either 2 or 4. Anyway, look, it doesn't matter. Look, well done, Talk.
I'll tell you who we're playing then, Mr. B. It's actually Shrewsbury Town or Shrewsbury Town.
Shrewsbury Town.
That's who we're playing. Yeah. And the ball is just above. I don't know who that player is near the number 5 for us, but it's just above his head. He's chested it. He's chested it off. It's just above his head because it's in the air, but it's closer to the camera than you think because he's chested it off to whoever that other player is, that number 6, is running towards to get it. And why that player there behind the guy who's near number 5, why he's looking over there, I thought that was really going to stump people and get him to go for number 4 or 1. So I was like, yeah, that's going to work, but it didn't. But you know what? Piss off Shrewsbury, says Mark Edmund. It is, bro. It's Shrewsbury Town, man. I'm telling you. I'll tell you which game it is. Let's have a look. He said it's Shrewsbury 0. Man United 3.
League Cup game, isn't it?
No. Emirates FA Cup 2015-16 season. Goals and highlights. You know what I'm saying?
FA Cup is it FA Cup?
Yeah. Yeah, it's FA Cup against Shrewsbury Town. And the reason why that guy's looking over that way is because he's been done in the tackle, in the challenge, with the guy who's chested it, and he's on the turn to try and get back around him to go running for the ball. So, yeah, man, it's all good.
Well, look, Eddie Football Waffles saying he actually convinced. Now, Eddie, it's too late. Do you believe you?
Yeah, man.
It's a bit too. It's a bit too late now. Guys, if you are still on it, please hit that like, hit that share button. You know how we do on a Friday. It's the takeaway talk. Did anybody win?
Yeah, Bill Baggio got it. That was the only person.
Wow. Okay.
Bill had me, man, and he beat me. So let me just say before we go, please do go and check out our sponsor, Global Mapping Surveys. They assist construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services, topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, etc. The link is in the description for the website and the contact details. If you know anybody who needs that kind of service, do pass the details on. Be very much appreciated. And big up Miss Melina and Bill and everyone else.
Guys, it's time for an end. We've got Everton in the week. Quick score prediction before you guys before you go, please. I don't need scores.
2-0.
I need a minute. Are you going
2-0? Yep.
Matty?
2-0. 2-0.
Shah?
3-1.
Yeah, I'm looking at 3-1. I think I'm looking at 3-1. Guys in the chat, before we go, we got 30 seconds, please. Score predictions before we shoot. Bill Baggio, 2-2.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
I'm assuming. Can I just say something?
Go on.
Right, yes, all right. No, it's the way that they're putting the scores down. Remember, we are away, but I know what you mean. Big G, 2-1. Yeah, I'll go 3-1. I'll take 3-1.
We need the goals. We need
I'll
the
take it.
goals. We need the goals, everyone. Pray for goals.
And you
With your
shall have
drinks
goals.
tonight.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, they might go in the other side though. In it, just don't pray. Just pray for a win is what you need to do, guys. Pray for
Pray for both.
Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, thank you very much. Matty, you've been here a long time now. I'm not even going to do that whole spiel. Shah, I've never done it with you. And Talk, I'm especially not going to do it for you.
I don't need it, bro.
It's the takeaway. It's Friday. Please enjoy your weekend. We will be back for a watch along Sunday and the reaction show. Back again Monday. You know how we do on the takeaway. You know how we do on the agenda. Please stay safe and we'll see you on the return. Safe, guys.
Ciao.
See you later, guys.